go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage Tele pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish. Come here, little guy. Come here, my little boy. Hello. How you doing? To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa, tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa, tippa-tappa, dum, ding, dong, dang. So it's all good. Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage Tele pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Manny here. Terry, how are you going? Leslie, how are you? Going well? I see we've got almost finished there. Probably needs just one last coat on the front. We're not going to do the front now. We're going to do another coat on the back. It's nice and flat. We're going to put some poly on that. Then we're going to get back to the Tele neck. We've got the frets in there, and we need to level those guys, and they're all trimmed up on the edges. Level and dress those, and then we can get this neck in there, align it with the body, and drill the mounting holes. Of course, we've got the body here. We need to do some sanding on that. We also need to give that a sealer coat, but I want to cut a jack cavity in there, a jack hole for the wiring, for the output jack. So we've got little bits and pieces to do today. We're going to do that. Leslie likes. I'm going to get the apron on, because we need an apron. If we don't have an apron, we can't be taken seriously. Isn't that right? Leslie will tell you that. You can't be taken seriously unless you're wearing a apron, just like Hank Budd. Put this on. And we're going to grab the poly. We're going to give this back a nice glossy coat. And we're almost at the point where this guy's ready. We've still got to finish the neck, a little bit of work on the neck. One more coat of oil probably before we burnish that guy out and make it. It's pretty smooth, but I think it could use with one more coat up on the headstock. We've got to write our name in there as well in the next day or two, or next stream or two. Let me grab some cloth. Let me grab a glove. Let's get started, as they say. You need to get a apron. Be Bumstead, you do indeed. How are you, Mark? Good to see you. Big shout out for that man, please. He would look very dapper. He would twist his moustache and look at the part. This is serious. It's serious man business. Absolutely. Serious man cave business. Let's stir this guy around and give this guy a good coat. We're just about finished now. I'll show you the front. There's the back. It's rubbed back. You can see how it's all a little bit mottled because it's rubbed back. So are the edges. The front looks pretty good. Almost finished. One more coat and I think we're good. I'm going to just do the back today and not the edges, just the back, and get that out of the way. We've got a kit going on that. Okay. And the way I do the back on the final coats is I actually splash and drizzle the poly on there rather than wipe it on, and then wipe it flat. Let me cut this up. A little applicator rag. This is how I did it with the my niece's Telecaster. After I got a certain level, I just drizzled it on and wiped it and leveled it. Nice thick coat. Not too thick, of course. Very fine, but I do like to just drizzle that over the top. Like that. And I just want to layer that down. Just wipe that across there. Spread that out. Get a nice coat going. It's important to get that nice and glossy. Let that settle. No drips, nothing on the edge. A few little streaks here. Just spread that out a little bit more. Make sure I get the edges. Okay, and that will rest now, and that'll settle nicely for the final coat. Should be a good final coat. Should be nice and even in a moment. So there it is. See that guy? Should be its final coat once that settles down. Just having a little look there, make sure I haven't missed anything. No, that looks good. We should be right. Let that settle in the other room. I'll take that away. Let me take that away and then we'll get started on working on the body and the neck for the Tele. We'll continue. We've already started. We'll continue on that path. Let me take this guy out of the way. There it is there, guys and girls. Nice and shiny. Okay. Now, one of Terry's favourite things, drilling holes. Let's put a jack access in there. We're going to use our new Forstner bits. We're going to put a 20mm hole in there. I'm going to mark the center line on this guy. There we go. Put a little spike in there. a little guide. Terry's favourite part, this is, where we drill holes in wood. She loves to drill holes in wood. Just ask her, she'll tell you. She's honest. She'll give you an honest answer. Yes, she says, we do like to do those things. We grab the 20 mil. I'm going to grab a cup and just check the size of the cup. Cuppity cup, cuppity cup. I don't know if I've got the right colour cup, but it's all the same size. So let me double check the colours I've got here. I'm pretty sure I don't have a silver, but I'll use a gold just for the size. And of course we'll order some silver. So Terry, reminder to order some silver Jack cups, please. I've got black, I've got gold, I've ran out of silver, or chrome I should say, not silver. Hey, Willie won't go, what's going on? Orby in the house, what's going on? Mav's in the house too, what's going on? Excellent, excellent, excellent. So let's measure this guy up. It should be 22 millimeters if I remember off the top of my dial. It is 21.83. So I'm going to use a 20 mil bit, drill the hole, and then we're going to sand it out to a tight fit. So I'm going to just use that for sizing. Grab our Forstner. Grab our drill. Terry, what's going on? Are you on it? Good. Lisa, hello, how are you? Good to see you. The bass does look great. Everybody follow that man, Orbiter Guitar, because he's got good shit happening. Okay. Place that little guy, drill a little hole, do a little dance. Do it slowly. And there's the cup fitting in there like that. So when that cup fits in there, we screw that in place and we're good to go. I'm going to now leave that there. I'm going to drill a smaller hole for the wires. So I'm going to grab a 1/4 inch drill bit. Actually, I'll just use this one here, which is a 1/4 inch. Drill through. Like so. Now I do have to check and make sure that's deep enough for the jack as well. So I'm going to use a Switchcraft double, a Switchcraft double, as they call it, which has 2 contacts for the active, for the hot tip. I always use those. They're a little bit shorter too. They're more compressed. They're not as long. But I want to make sure that fits. Okay, that doesn't fit. I've got to go deeper. Because I forgot to put that on there and check. Silly me. I'm going to take that is the drill bit. Okay. So that thing. $25. 30. 20. Smaller Forstner. Okay. You can see there's a smaller hole in there. There's actually a little lip that it sits in, but it's big enough now to take that guy through, like so. There. And that sits in there nicely. And we've got access. You can see the plug at the back in there, coming through the back there, hopefully. There it is, right there. You can see that coming through there. Yep. So that's pretty much done. We can now put that away. We're done with that hole. We're good with that. That's finished. We'll sand that out and smooth that out and all that sort of stuff. This needs some fine finishing. Of course, we have to pop some holes in here for our controls. So I'm going to grab the controls now and I'm going to mark them out, and we're going to drill holes in this body before we set up the neck for fitting the neck. So we're going to do all the holes we need to do there before we give this a sand and a coat. So let's grab some pots. We've got a 250 and a 500. They're the same size, so it doesn't matter. They are the same size. Just put some of this away. One, two. Here's our pots. There, like that. We want our three-way there. Three-way switch right there. That guy. Give these guys enough room. Center that guy right there. And we're good to go. I'll mark those holes. Measure that distance, make sure it's centered.
Okay, we're good. Pop a little hole here. Pop a little hole here. Pop a little hole here. Let's drill those out. Pop these pots away. We'll need the, if I remember correctly, the 12 mil or 10 mil. Let me just measure this again. 12 mil. And the 8 for the pots. Hey Dana, fell asleep, snory sleepyhead. Ha. Good nap. A little nap is always good. A little nana nap. Let me grab the drills. Drill, where is it? Wer is it? Wer is it? Und. Aha. Eight millimeters for the pots. They are 6, but we want it to be a millimeter or so wider so that they don't, so the thread can get through. Okay, cool. Controls just here. Let's grab the 12. $12mm for the switch, and then we'll do a test fit. Wonderful, nice and clean. There's our 3 holes. We also have to drill into that cavity for the access, the wires from the pickups. We're going to do that next. Let's test fit these components first. Test fit number 1. Ah, I hate that when they fall through. The volume. Okay, that's fitting in there nicely. Let's try the other one. There we go. There we go. So that's fitting in there nicely. Okay, so that's good. Just check the switch. Make sure that's also compliant. It fits okay. Should be a breeze, as they say. Wonderful. Really good fit. There we go. Nice. We're good to go. Playing, volume, tone, three-way. We're good. All right, that's that hole done. Let's get the holes through here to the cavities for the wiring, and then we're pretty much ready to give this a sand and a coat. I want to give it a quick seal coat. I want to give it some light sanding firstly, and then a quick seal coat followed by a heavier sanding tomorrow. I want to give it some Danish oil just to seal up some of those, some of the pores, some of the grain, just fill some of the grain. Then I sand it all back. It will raise the grain a little bit, and then we'll sand it back and then start sealing properly and oiling it properly. Okay, let me catch up with the chat before we do that. Got to do the holes, mount the neck as well in a minute, so we'll do that as well. Catch up with the chat, let's see what's going on. Say hello to everyone. Willie's in the house, Terry's here, Dana's woken up finally, good to see you. Scraping off the bark, excellent. What is Lisa up to? What are you making? Giving my oak slice the Shinto treatment. Excellent Shinto work. Make sure you do not wear right through it, girl. Leave some wood. Don't get carried away with the Shinto. It's very easy to do. Terry, thank you for the gifted sub to Leslie earlier on. I appreciate that. You're anxious for the finish. Don't be anxious. First rule, don't be anxious. Second rule, now be anxious because I'm about to drill more holes. Terry, leave the anxiety to Terry. Terry, are you anxious? We know you are. That guy's got to go through into there. Let's do it, as they say in the movies. As a famous rapper once said, let's do it. Straight through there. Let's aim. Yep, that's about right. Into the corner, straight into that guy there. Go. That was easy. Yep, that hole's in there nicely. One more from this side. Like that. And we will leave the ground hole. Actually, I should do the ground hole now for the bridge. Straight into there. Let me grab that bridge and see where I want to do the ground hole. The ground wire hole. So that bridge sits in there like so. The ground wire is going to go on that side there. I think we'll put a hole right there. I'll grab the thinner drill. Where is that thin drill bit? Somewhere in here. Here it is, this little guy. We want to mark between the E and the B string. Put a mark in there. Beautiful, both holes in there. We've got the 2 holes just in the inside of the wall there coming through that middle pillar. So all the holes are done. Terry, you can now relax. The bridge will sit over the top of that hole. You won't see it. There it is. Done. We're good to go. That wire will come up there. We'll weld it on or solder onto there. There's our ground for our bridge. There we go, like I bought one. Okay. Just going to check something here. Put it the right way. Okay, there's plenty of room there for rings and what have you. Good. All right, bridge is done. Holes are done. Neck time. Let's do this. The neck will be done on the drill press. What I do need to do though is to line it all up and mark out where it's going. Firstly, on here. So what we need to do is line this guy up. Firstly, grab the neck. It should be pretty straight. Clamp that up. Now, if I did a good job, it should be pretty straight. Did I do a good job, Terry? Terry would know if I did a good job. She would also tell me if I did a crap job. That's dead straight right there. So we're pretty good right there. I'm going to just double check that. Looks good with the eye. I want to double check that with the tape. So let me put some tape along here, just measure and put a little stripe in there. Let's do a little bit. Let's do a little measurement. Do a little measurement. A little measuring, a little bit of counting off. 44, 22. That's center. Fifth, 48, 20, 47, 20, no, hang on, 46, 47, 23 and a half. Okay. Line all those up, line the dots up. Perfect. Doesn't need to do a thing. It's ready to go. What I need to do is the following. I need to clamp that neck in place. Flip it over. Might mark those holes first. Yeah, okay, let's do that again. So let me pull that out. What I'll do is I'll mark that plate, those holes on the plate first. So let me just grab my plate, double check that. get these marked out first. I know that this side is right on. Okay, we're good there. I'm going to mark these holes first. We know the neck is straight. We know the pocket's straight. All we need to do is mark these holes, drill these through, then put the neck in, realign it, mark out the holes with a pin and pinhole, and then correspondingly drill those holes in the neck heel. So first things first though, we've got to get the neck drilled out. There it is. That's where the 4 little guys go. Yep, there's at least a 1/4 inch on either side. So the holes will be in there. Lots of wood there. Good. Let's go drill these guys. Okay. I need a screw to work out the thickness. Let me find the screws for that. Let's see how these guys. There we go. Always check the screws. They could be varied, they could vary. So I always take a measurement of the screw holes and the screws themselves. These are 4mm. .5 is going to do the job. I'm going to go to the drill press. I'm going to drill these 4 down and I'll be right back. I'm not going to take you with me because it's only going to take me 2 seconds to drill these. So give me a few minutes and I'll be right back. All right, so there we have it. We've got the 4 holes there. Place the plate over that. There they are, all nicely done. This little guy should fit through there. It does drop straight in. We've got to bite into this guy here, so I'm going to go one drill smaller to the 4mm. I'll probably go to the 4. Where's the 4? Here's the 4, right here. This one. Now I need to put the neck in there and punch those holes through. So let's line that neck up again. It should just line straight up as we did it before. It's as straight as an arrow. The pocket's really good on this one. It's accurate as all hell. Get that lined up. There we go. Clamp that guy down. Check the angle. Straight edge. Wunderbar! Right there. So now we clamp this guy, flip it over, and mark the holes onto the neck heel. So we'll just quickly race this one into the middle like so. Hold that in place. And of course, I'll be able to go into here and drop that straight down there and mark that. Like so. Like so. Take this one off. One behind here. Like so. And now I know exactly where to put those holes. Check the centers. Well, what do you know? It looks pretty good. Put a little pilot hole in there with our spike. Grab our 4mm drill bit. Go and drill those guys. Now, will I go a little bit smaller? I will go a bit smaller. I'm going to go to 3.5 because I want those teeth to really bite into this guy. So I'm going to drill pilot holes and I'm going to go into this neck at 3.5, knowing that this is 0.5 millimeter thicker. Those teeth will bite. Okay, and cut that wood. Mr. Blackstone, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome on in. You got to measure, Dana. You got to measure. It might appear to be perfect, but it may throw you out. I've done that before and then realised the neck isn't straight at all after I've mounted it. So it's and it's too late. Then I have to backfill holes and fill these holes in here again and with dowel and re-drill. So, and that's possible. That's doable. That's the good thing about a bolt-on neck. You can adjust and shift those holes if you need to, but we don't want to do that. That's extra work. Let me go and drill these. I'll be right back. One thing I didn't do is mount this and just check the thickness and how deep the screws need to go. I'm just going to pop this in, hold it in place, and just measure the thickness of the screws sorry, the length of the screws and where they're going to go. We don't want them going up through the fretboard and pushing a fret out. So we want to go just under the fretboard. Yeah, these are going to be good. These are going to go at least 20 millimeters, 3/4 of an inch into. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly where we want them. That's fine. Okay. Now, I'll be back again in a minute. Okay, there we go. Let's line them up. Let's put a screw in there and see if we can maybe just lock that guy up. I'll just put 2 screws in there. Diagonals. Now I'm looking for a drill bit which I have lost. No, I haven't. Here it is. Nice and gently, bit of torque. Just going to screw these in place. And we're going to align the neck and see if it's actually in straight. It should be in straight if we did everything properly. The test fit was good. Perfect, that's in. So that neck now is in place. Okay, it's done. It's in place, it's straight, it's level, it's in line. Everything is working the way it should be. We can put the other 2 screws in there now and pretty much string that up and it will work. So we're good. Buddy is a cute guy. He's beautiful. We love him. It's looking good. Terry, are you liking that? You are liking that, aren't you? Anyway, we're at the point now we're going to give the body a light sand, Terry. We're going to put a bit of colour on there to give you an ooh-ah factor. Okay, how's that? An ooh-ah factor. So we can take that neck out now. We've done all the holes we need to do on the body. We've finished with the neck. We do need to do the tuners, but I don't have tuners for this yet, so we're not going to do them till later. Let me remove these screws. Let's put this plate away. Let's get this body oiled up as a sealer. A quick wash coat of oil just to seal some of this after a light sand with 250. And that will raise the grain and get us to rub that back again tomorrow, and then I'll be able to oil it to its finish with 4 or 5 coats to get a nice satin protective coating on there. Okay, so let's carry on with this guy. I always put things away now because Terry tells me you'll lose them. If you don't put them away, you'll lose them. That's how she warns me every time. Isn't that right, Terry? What do you say? You'll lose them. It should be a you'll lose them command. I'm going to put some of these things away, so bear with me. Let's put this Forstner bit away. Let's pop these clamps away. A buddy stream. He doesn't like being in front of camera, Mav. He's very shy. I've tried to get him. Yes, all right, Terry, this is not the time to become philosophically smart alecky. I get it. Ha! But I appreciate it. You are dead right, of course, as you always are. No one's ever suggesting otherwise, and it never has and never will. Let's give this guy a light sand with a sander. I'm going to get the orbital with 250 on it. Which is what we've got now. I'm going to give that a light sand. I'll put my mask on, I guess. Is that required? Do we hit safety first? Is that what I'm hearing? Is safety first required, guys and girls? I think it is. I think it is. It's a situation where safety first comes into play somehow, somewhere. I'm still putting stuff away as I go. Right. Let's put on our little mask and protect our little nostrils and lungs. Safety first, absolutely. Okay, we're good to go. This is going to be a little bit loud. I'm going to mute you out. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to string this guy up with a wire, and we're going to oil it and give it just a base seal coat. It'll bring out the colour, it'll give us an idea of what it's going to look like, and it'll also seal that coat, raise some of that grain, and then we can sand it to a finer sanding finish and do all the edges tomorrow. We've got to clean those up. I just want to do the top and the back for now, just to see what that's going to look like. I'll do the back first. I'm going to put a glove on, a couple of gloves on actually. Are we excited? Terry, are you excited about this? Is this the moment you've been waiting for? It's going to drink that oil up pretty quickly. I will do the sides as well. Got to sand something, just a little bit of filler I had in here. There's a couple of scratches that I've filled in. Now, but I'll do that after I give this a wash coat. Let's get the coat on here. Gifted sub from NetNode. Thank you, Mr. NetNode. You are awesome. And thank you for the gifted sub to Mav as well. Sway, thank you for the follow earlier on. Good to have you here. Welcome on in. You're excited. Let's go, Terry. We're going to do it right now. Get your fancy pants on. We're doing it. Fancy pants, time for a dance. NetNode, thank you so much. I appreciate your support, my friend. You've always been a great supporter for the 3 years that we've been streaming. You've always been here from day dot, as they say. I'm going to string this guy through here. Put a wire through here. We're going to hang this guy up to dry after we coat this mother. Let's just pinch that guy around like so. And that ain't going anywhere. That's going to hang. Let's get the back done first. Danish oil is what we're using. Never shake it. Creates too many bubbles. We will give it a little light stir though with a swizzle stick, as I call it. Let's open this guy up. A little light swizzle. Excuse me. We'll grab a rag. This dirty old oily thing. We're only going to put it's not a dirty rag, but it's not ideal for a fine finish, but it's good enough to give it a wash coat. So let's get this guy in here and let's wash that guy down. And that colour should pop now. We should see this bit pop here. Are you all ready? Here we go. Terry, are you ready? As long as you're ready and you've got your fancy pants on, we're good to go. Give it a nice big soak. You can actually see that beautiful grain now pop. Look at that grain. That's awesome. I love that grain. What a gorgeous grain. So many bands, little rivers, little bands of grain everywhere. Fantastic. And that colour. Poplar is such a beautiful colour. It's a warm, wheaty colour once you hit those edges. Give them a good seal. We're going to sand those back again. This is just a wash coat to get that guy sealed up, get some of those pores sealed up, raise some of that grain. That is spectacular. Terry loves it. If Terry loves it, we're all happy. Let's do the sides first. That'll give the back a chance to dry up. You got a lot of sap through here. That colour's leaking down and over the edge. It's actually coming from the back down in that corner there, and it's leaking down into there. It's part of the wood, it's natural. There's a big scratch here that I'm going to sand out. Don't worry about that too much. You can see beautiful grain. It's got lots of grain. You can see that ribbon grain going right through there. Lots of scratches at the back, and of course the grain leaking down over the edges. You can see it almost like a burn. It's just leaked down and through there. Wash, wash, wash. Give it a good thorough drink. Okay, that is the edges done. Now it's time for the top. Are we ready, Terry? This is the part Terry's been waiting for. We know that. We know she's been waiting for this. Everyone's been waiting for this, including me. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. Little bronze guy's nose. Just there, a little bit of bronze that we put in this little nose there. There was a little cavity there. He's got that nice stripe down the middle of his nose there. There's his eyes. Give that a good drink. There we have it. All right, we're done for today. For that piece anyway. What we can do is put that body away. We can start leveling this neck. Okay, let's hang that up. Pop this guy, let you have a look. I'll give you a look in a second. There we are. There's the back, looking good. You can see that colour now, all the patterns. Front, da-da-da-da,
Very nice contrast with the edges. The fox, there he is. Looking good. That colour's beautiful. I love that amber that brings out of that, and the gorgeous flame on his whiskers there. Crikey is the right word to use in this situation. Ha! Yes, when I take a drink, I start looking better. Ha! Very funny. I love it. NetNode, you are hilarious. There he is. Let the fox hang up there. One of your favourites, Terry, I know. I know you love it. Let's get on to this guy now. Having said that that's one of Terry's favourites, it's time for us to level this guy. So we're going to do a little bit of neckwork here. We've got these guys nice and flush to the edge. Nothing sharp there. We're going to mark that with a blue pen, give that a light levelling. More cowbell. First things first, we're going to tape this guy up. Let's grab our tape. Let's do our tape thing. Terry, are we doing the tape thing? Yes, we are. We're doing the tape thing. I don't have wide tape, which is terrible. I usually have the wide tape going on, happening. We're going to put a nice long run down here, like so. We're going to match that with a little tab here, like so. Get these two little sexy beings having a kiss, like that. Join them up. Got a nice little tab happening. Okay, well, that's good. Do the other side as well. Like that. Got the bat wings going on. And now we go down the front. Cover that fretboard up, protect it from all the sanding and scratching and filing. The thing that I'm excited about with the Fox is the pickups. It's going to have a P90 in the bridge, in the neck, and a humbucker in the bridge, and that's very unique for a Tele. And it should be a really, really cool sounding guitar. Very versatile, light, easy to play, comfortable, and just a genuine all-round blues / rock / jazz / any genre you want with those pickups in it. You'll be able to simulate any sound and any tone quality that you need, because we've got that versatility. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to get Orby to make me those pickups. I'm going to get Orby. Jer, what's going on? Ooh, high voltage. What's going on, my friend? I don't know if you saw it, Jerry, but I'll show you what I'm doing. So since Jerry's on here, let me say hello to my good mate. How are you, Jerry? Good to see you. There she is. So this is the Fox, our versatile little girl that we're talking about. There's the back of it. That's poplar with a nice bit of sapwood through there. And the front has got a camphor laurel cap. And that's the cap there. And you can see why it's called the Fox, because there's a little bit of a fox face going on down here, but you can probably see that a little bit closer. But yeah,
That guy there is the body. The neck is coachwood with a plum board, and we're putting in a P90 in the neck and a humbucker in the bridge. So that's that guy. Handsome all. It is a handsome piece. And of course we've got our Les Paul, which I'll show you as well now that it's dry. That back has just got its 7th or 8th coat of poly. It's looking good. There it is there. Nice and shiny. Mahogany with maple binding. And the front is a flamed maple in a honey burst, lemon burst, whatever you want to call it. There it is there. It's getting to the finishing stages. One more coat for the front and we should be good to go. So that's those ones that we're working on at the moment. Thank you for letting me indulge there and sharing that with Jer. Sup, Rage? Rage is in the house. What's the black mark on the waist? The black mark on the waist. Which waist are we talking about? The Les Paul or the Les Paul or the this guy here, the Tele? NetNode, you did miss most of the build, but you're here now, and that's all that counts. The Tele, yeah, that's just sapwood, I think. There are a couple of scratch marks. That is that big black mark that you see right here is just some timber. It's just the colour of the wood coming through there. It's just a bit of sapwood, like the back where it's hanging off the edge. See that there? Similar to that, it's just coming off the edge there. It's sort of in the middle, but it's yeah, it's not a damage. It's just colour, just colour. Okie dokie, let's get onto this neck. So let's tape this guy up. These are pretty level. There's a couple of high ones, one here and one here, one about, I think one here and one here. There's just a couple of high ones. Just on the ends here, I'm just going to level those out and then just recheck them all again before we crown them, and then check them again, of course. You know how we check these things. I've got Terry here making sure I check everything 3 times and properly. The Orby method. Yes, it is the Orby method. I think it's the Jerry method too. Jerry and Orby both do it this way, or similar to this way anyway, with the tabs. It does help remove the paper and the tape a lot quicker, a lot faster after we finish. overlapping these just to avoid crimple up towards the fret. So we just split them in half and it keeps them nice and flat. Gatto in the house, Gatto logic, what is going on? Is it logical? It's Gatto logical. The question is it logical? And the answer is, it's Gatto logical. Everything is Gatto logic. It's quantum physics, it's Gatto logic. Everything is Gatto logic. The world is Gatto logical. Huh. Nearly there, couple to go. That was crap. We're good. Okay, grab my flat bar, grab my 250, give it a light shade, a light pass over that. Concentrate on the edges, work across from the edges to the middle, then go the other way. So we work lengthways, get a nice flat, even flat top, then we go this way and get that evenness through the thickness of the arch. This color is just as an indicator so we can tell easily, because my eyes aren't what they used to be, when there's a flat crown's been taken off. Of course, the lower areas will remain blue until you get the high areas down to their level. This is the whole idea of this, to visualize the high spots. There aren't too many high spots. There's only two that I know of. Slight little tiny little nicks and rocks, but not too much rocking on the fret rocker, but enough to warrant a nice light leveling and a recrown. Okay. We start on the edge and we just run that, rest that. No, don't press down, just let the weight of the bar do the work. All the way up and all the way down. You can see the color has come off. It's pretty consistent and even, which is good. Now we work through the middle section. And then the end. Okay, all the color's gone from what I can see. We need to now check the levels and see if it needs more sanding in a particular area. I'm just going to give this a quick run this way. that a check with the rocker. Flat, 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 flat. Pretty flat. I think we've flattened out those high spots. No rocking. No rocking there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. Nope. Looks good. It's level. It's level everywhere we look. It's level. So, happy with that. Next step is give that a bevel. Got to get those edges beveled, then we'll recrown those. And then we'll work on dressing the edges. So, we're going to use this 38-degree bevel. It's around 38. I don't use a 45. I find it's a little bit too aggressive. I go for a slightly steeper angle. When I say 38, it's like a 52 or 55. It's a little bit higher. Run that along there. Got a nice little bevel there on those edges. It's good. To the other side. Sometimes I use the flat edge and get that make sure there's no protruding barb. That makes the beveling a lot easier. Once it starts feeling really, really smooth, you've hit the edge and that's done. And it's a very mild bevel. I'm just going to work this corner here a little bit. You can see those little bevels there, and you can see they're not too steep. They're not too flat. They're quite steep, steeper than 45. But that's good. They're done. So we're almost at a point now where we can dress these frets and recheck them. They're good, they're consistent. Okay, they're done. Quickly catch up with the chap. You have a guitar to work on. Get cracking. You need to start streaming, my friend. You need to start streaming. Okay, that's done. Let's dress these frets. So once again, we mark these flat spots now with a big blue Sharpie, and we grab ourselves our fret file and get these guys crowned. and then we dress the edges and take off any sharp edges, sand them, polish them, and then we're good to go. Then we can give this a coat as well and let that coat show up all the scratch marks on the neck that need to be refined. So I'm going to give that a wash coat as well, so that we're good. Okay, crown. Here it is. Where's my other crown file? Hang about. I'm missing something. Terry, I'm not happy. I'm missing a file. Why am I missing a file? That is the question. I'm really peed off because I'm missing a file. Okay, let's not fret. See what I did there? Let's not fret. I've got the spare here. I'll just have to use this one. It'll work. I've got a new diamond tip file to show you guys. And I use that diamond tip file to dress the little corners near the fretboard, as it's less aggressive than the metal files that are needle files that I use. It's metal, but it's very thin, and it's diamond encrusted. It's quite fine. So it does a really good job. I'll do that in a minute. We're getting there. Better ghetto logic than no logic. It's ghetto logical to me. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Nearly there. A few more to go. Tired. Whew. 6 to go, or 7 to go. Four to go. Two to go. God, it's like the longest two in the world. Lucky last. Okay, we're good. We'll grab that new file. That's that needle file. No, not the needle file, this diamond tip file. And we'll hit those edges. Okay, where is that guy? It is this guy. Sharp edge, diamond tip encrusted. Great for this sort of stuff. Take very fine pieces off there. And round over that bevel. And when we hit that with a micro mesh, it'll polish it up nicely and round those off nicely. Okay, other side. Take off those sharp corners. And we'll polish these frets up in a minute and the board to 12,000 grit, Rage's favourite. No 12K. No 12K. Rage loves 12K. There's 15K too. I'm going to get 15K just for Rage. Every time he's on, we're going to go up another level. Terry, should I get 15K just for Rage? You know the answer. You know the answer. The answer is stop beating around the bush and just get 15K. Rage is into it. Rage digs it. We dig it. Okay, we're done. Let's get this off. Let's polish this up. Rightio. Theoretically speaking, this should pull all those pieces off in one go. Theoretically speaking. Theoretically speaking. Doesn't always work. They do snap like this. Then we have to pull them off individually, but that's okay. Most of them have come off. Sticky stuff. Sticky stuff. Not good. Tacky, sticky, tapey stuff. Get off there, come on, stuck on that bit. Always one or two stubborn little bits. The fret ends look really nice. When we polish these up, they should look really good. come on, you guys. Stuck right on the crease. They've cut right on the edge of the timber. So they're very flush. Hard to peel off. There we go. Okay. Gotcha. Let's do this. Okay, let's polish this guy up, see what it looks like. Grab this big sticky lump, throw that in the bin. Okay, Terry, we need some paper. We need 400. And then we need 600 and 1200. I've got the 600 right here. We need 400. A 400 pad. Are you ready to go? Nylon test. 400, 600, 1200. $12K is the wrong gauge for rage. It is. Clean up the wood, get all the grease. And there's a couple of scratches just here. Going to check these guys now after I do the 400. Just check the level of the frets again before I continue, just in case one shifted or any have moved. I don't think any will move. We'll check it again once it's strung up, of course, as well. But it's a good time to check them now. Okay, that's the 400. Let's do the edges. Don't forget the edges. Okay, that's really nice. Let me just check these one more time. That one's a bit high. Good. They're good. Okay, they're fine. It was popped up a little bit, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. Let me get on to the 600 now. 600. Focus on that guy. 600. $600 done. 1,200. You can see the difference between the 1,200 and the 600. It's quite visible. The shine is quite different. It's starting to look like chrome now rather than like brushed aluminium. Like stainless steel. Starting to get going there. Honorary micromesh. Terry, she knows it. She's excited now because we're going to get onto the real stuff in a minute. Are you not, Terry? Are you excited? Terry's excited. I can tell. Okay, get onto the mesh, as they say in the trade. Get onto the mesh. Macro mesh. Here it is here. What's the first one, Terry? 1,500 rust. Remembering tonight. Good for you. You've had your meds. That's good. Brain's working. That lion's mane mushroom helps you focus. 2 to 4 mils twice a day. Sharpen up that brain. Oh, man. You had coffee tonight. As good as. You'll be up till 3 a.m. I can tell. Okay. 1,500. What's next? 1,800 green. 1,800 green. Where is that guy? Mother. Here he is. Okay. Whew. Ah. Right, let me have a break, have a drink. Rest this hand, my forearm's burning like crazy. 2,400 charcoal, just hold that thought, Terry. Cheers, big ears. He's looking up, you know what. The auditors, are they not done yet? Tell them to bugger off. Tell them to go away. Tell them tax is voluntary. Leave.
Bloody auditors, what do they know? Willie won't go. Were they happy auditors? Well, were they ever happy? Are they ever happy? What do we got next? Grey. Where is that grey, that miserable colour? I need to find it. Found it. They're never happy. Absolutely. Why would they be happy? All you're doing is counting money that they want. You know, you'd think they'd be happy. Do you ever tell them that they're committing fraud? Do you ever tell them that they're committing commercial fraud? UCC, Universal Commercial Code of Practice. Tell them they're committing UCC fraud, Terry. I dare you, next time you have them in, say, when are you jokers going to stop committing fraud? That's what. Rant, that's right, we need to have a rant. We need a rant stream, Terry, so we can talk about UCC. It's all commerce. It's all commerce. And these guys are taking the mickey. They're pulling your leg. What are they doing? Damn it. Okay. What's after grey? I've lost count. 3200 baby poo tan. Okay. That should go over well. Well, yeah, I mean, to hell with what they think. Let me tell you what's real. Let's go through the UCC code, shall we, gentlemen? Let's see if you're in honor or dishonor of the commercial code, hey? Let's do that. Come on, bring it. I'll give you a chance to write your, present your evidence, your brief of evidence. Show me what you got. Show me your affidavits of truth. And let me tell you about UCC, Terry. That's what you should say to them, Terry. It will go down well, like a lead balloon. Bloody auditors, what do they know? That should make a fun stream. Exactly. That'll be a bucket of fun. Okay, what's after baby poo? 3600 red wine. I wish I had a bottle of that stuff right now, to tell you the truth, although it's a bit hot yet. Here it is here. Terry's red wine. Go, Terry. Go, Terry. Go, Terry. It's shiny. It's shiny. Look at that shine. It's starting to shine. We could probably stop at 3600, Terry. You know that. Rage, would you stop at 3600? I think it's good enough. Don't you think? It's as good as buffing. Seriously. Rage would stop at 3600. Easy. He wouldn't go any higher than that. And he's probably right. Would he be right? Terry, is he right? Whew. No. I'll take on the auditors. Oh man, Leslie, give me the opportunity. I'll step in there and I will not give a damn. I will tell them I will lay down, smack down some facts. Really? Is that so, gentlemen? Or ladies, or whoever? Is that so? Oh, really? What code, and what code is that? Really? And what US code is that pertinent to? And how does that contravene the Constitution? Oh, you mean it doesn't contravene it? Well, let me take you to US code 5011.8. And let's look at UCC 1-308. Tell me what you're talking about. Show me where these facts of yours come into play. This is what it's all about, Leslie. We've got to hit them with, bamboozle them with numbers. Make them up if we have to. What's next? 4,000 teal. No, we can't.
It'll be a good rant. It'll be a good. I'm just joshing. I would never, ever, ever say anything like that to an auditor. The tax man, though, different story. I'm probably on about 16 watch lists now. This stream has just been flagged by 16 government authorities. Come and get me. That's all I got to say. What's next, Terry? 8,000 blue. It's a good thing you're keeping track. Well, I'm losing my mind here, so someone's got to keep track. No, 6,000 purple. Terry, good pickup. See? I'm just testing you out. See if you're thinking. See if you're switched on. Where's purple, girl? Purple. Purple, what's next? Blue, 8,000. My favorite color, blue. Blue, there it is. Got some shine on there. Come on. Going to clean this board up with a bit of lemon oil just to get some grime off there, because there is a lot of metal grime and grease coming off with my fingers rubbing on those steel frets. You will get some stain on there, so I'm going to wash that down with a little bit of lemon oil. What's next? Lucky last, are we there yet? The magic number? Da-da-da-da-da. Rage's favorite. Rage's favorite. Oh, come on. Arms dropping off, burning. Ah. Nice and smooth, feels good, no rough spots, really good. Okay, let me wash that down, clean that up. You'll see a little bit of dirt come off that fingerboard, but it's there is there. Give that a little wash down, clean it up a little bit. Bring out that colour. You can see the dirt there. It gets quite grimy. go. Let's drunk that up, actually. It proves the theory that even if you polish it with 1200, it will still drink some of that lemon oil.
Okay, there's our fretboard. You can see the pattern in that now. Got that very broad sort of grainy quilt. It's a nice colour. Beautiful colour. We'll put that up against the body. That's all dry now. There we go. Give you a good idea of the contrast there. Okay. Back. All right, so we're starting to get there. What we'll do now is we'll hang this guy up. And I'm done for the day because I'm absolutely, as they say, knackered with that elbow grease. Oh. I'll just have a look at the Les Paul progress. Perfect. That last coat has turned out really nice. There it is there. You can see that that's nice and glassy. That's not a bad finish. That last coat. That should do the back, I think, and we're going to do the front tomorrow. We'll do one more on the front sides, and they should be pretty much finished and ready for wiring. We still got the neck to do. Another coat on the neck is required. We won't touch it now while we still got that slightly wet, but that's looking good. Whew. Cream cracker, I'm knackered. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gents. Let's see who's on. And let's raid someone. I think it's probably worthwhile because I've been a bit of a slack bum. I'll see who's on my little phone here. Twitch. Who have we got? We got Matt. We got Archie. Let's go to Archie. He needs our help. Archeros. Where is he? Come on, get over there. Okay. Raid. Archeros. Let's go. Bang. That'll be the end of that. See you guys and girls. I will see you again in a couple of days. I'll probably around Friday or Saturday. I'll let you know. Keep your eye out on the schedule. Hopefully it's notifying you. Take care. Look after each other. Look after yourself as well. Manny from the Guitar Show signing off. See you in a couple of days. Keep your eye out. Until then, have a safe night. Have a safe week. Be good.